Welcome to AutoCAD 2014. Today we're going to draw an orthographic projection which contains a front, top, and side views. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our line tool, and we're going to start on our grid area somewhere in this plane. Specify the first point, and you'll notice that as I move the point, it gives me a readout in the white cutout box of how long that point is. It needs to be 3 3/4. It needs to go up 2 1/4 inches high and over 1.5 inches, or over 1 3/4 inches. And it goes down 3/4 and over and finalizes. That's our front view. Now, to get you thinking in orthographic projection, I'm going to come up and I'm going to change my object lines to construction lines. These are lines that we're going to delete. I'm going to go and draw my lines, and I hover until I find my construction lines. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my construction lines up, and I'm going to hit escape each time and go back and pick up my construction lines. And this sets me up to draw my top view. So now I'm going to come and change my dimension, or back to my object line, and I'm going to go to my menu of lines, and I just simply start. It doesn't really matter how far it is away from the object or the front view. Pick a distance, and then I just basically connect the dots where necessary. I use my polar to help me know how long to make it, and this top view is 1.5 inches. So I go to my top view, and basically I have now a rectangle. Then I need to come down here. I have a snap cursor to 3D reference points, and I need to change that. It's going to be set at endpoint. I need to change it so it's no longer at the endpoint. And then I go back to my line because I have to draw it from my construction lines from this point to that point. So I have my front view and my top view, and I can go ahead and delete my construction lines, and I'm ready to draw some more construction lines. So coming in here, and I'm going to change my menu of lines, and then I come over to my construction line, and once again I do the same thing. And I'm hitting escape after I draw each line, and I'm going back up and picking where the lines go. And I go back to my menu of lines, I change it back to object, in which I grab the line, and I want it to make the space about the same as I did from the top view to my front view and to my side view. And I go over 1.5 inches is what it specifies. And notice I didn't quite draw, it didn't go in as close as what it should do. So all I have to do is hit it, I grab the handle, and I just drag it down so it matches. I'm using my center button on my mouse to zoom in and out, and I can use that as a roller. Or I can use that, or just double click the middle button and it zooms it in and out. Okay, so now what I have is my top view and my front view and my side view. Matter of fact, let's take just a second and label those, and I'm going to use my text tool. So I grab my text tool, and I go ahead and highlight where I want it, and that's going to be called top. And to help me see a little bit better, I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to go up here to my text, and let's change that back to white. And this one's going to be called, it's So I'll use my text tool here. This is going to be my front view. And I want that changed back to text or white. And this is going to be called my side view. And I'm just going to change that back. So now I have my top view, my front view, and my side view. What's left is to dimension. Very important to dimension it using the right line weights. So I'm going to go to dimension line, and I'm going to use my dimension tool, and it's just going to be linear. And my first dimension is I start closer to the ends, closer to the object, and then pull it out so the dimension lines don't cross each other. That's just the standard rule for drafting. So there's my overall dimension, and there's my inner dimension. Now I come down here and dimension the side view, and once again I'm going to start the closest one first and then pull it away to the furthest one. All I need to do now is to add my name and period. We've learned how to do that in the previous lessons. So I've labeled it, front view, top view, side view, and I've dimensioned it. I have the appropriate line colors. This is my object lines, my dimension lines, my text lines. Text is white, object is red, and magenta or purple is the color for the dimensions. So this completes my drawing, and what you should do is come up here, come down and hit save or save as, find your S number located in your student directory, and save it, and then upload it into Canvas. And if it looks like this, you'll get full credit. If it does not, remember to put in your name and period. There'll be some markdowns.